Another Q&A episode talking about the biggest crisis of our lifetime, the housing crisis, and another panel without any fucking builders on there. But let's have a look at this one.
I mean, is immigration part of the story? Because the coalition says they can free up a lot of houses just by cutting immigration.
Firstly, no. Like, if immigration was driving it, then why didn't house prices fall during COVID when we didn't have people coming into the country? Like, this problem has been going on a lot longer.
House prices didn't go down during COVID, and there was more demand because interest rates were at this rate. Now, Adam knows that. He knows that they smashed down interest rates to try and drive demand into the housing market, which is exactly what happened. You didn't need migration to support the numbers. All you needed was a banking sector and a federal government that was committed to funny money. And that's what we got. And that's why we didn't see a supply side solution to the housing crisis during COVID. This problem is generational.
In housing, got rid of the homelessness target, ended NRAS, killed TAFE, which meant that we've actually lost a generation of building tradespeople. And
we saw the Labor Minister Tanya Plebiscite say on there that the coalition and the Conservatives had gutted TAFE, which had wiped out a generation of trades. Well, that's actually not true either. That's utter garbage. Less than 14% of people who start a trade qualification through TAFE ever graduate. So it's a pathetic number, and it's not a real channel or avenue towards creating great tradesmen. But it creates great union members in teachers and instructors at TAFEs. So everything you're being told is a lie. None of it's true. And they continue to fuck with you just so that they can try and prop up their own personal positions of power. At the end of the day, until you start to get the builders and the developers on the panel, and we can all tell you what's going on with the supply side of problems, then these guys are just playing lip service to politics. That's all it is, just feeding lobbyists.
We're not going to meet the targets. We need to do some drastic things very, very quickly to be able to get ahead of this.
What about the worker shortage? Is there a case for, TAFE and incentives for young people to get involved in and become apprentices, like the old days, like when we were young? That was one of the options when I was growing up. Do you want to be a chippy? Do you want to be an electrician? Do you want to be a plumber? We can put you through TAFE. What the hell is going on?
Well, where's the incentive to be an apprentice? I mean, look at it from this perspective. The apprenticeship pay rates aren't great. Yes, there is a long-term gain, but we live in a society that's very short-term focused. Sure. So how do we make a drastic change to try and increase apprenticeship numbers? I've been calling for this for a really long time. I'd make apprentices, I'd make their jobs tax-free, like no tax. Let's make that a tax-exempt role. So let's give them more money in their pocket to help them afford to live. It's the cost of living crisis that is making these kids not want to be a part of it.
That's a really, I was going to say common sense way of approaching it.
It's a bit drastic.
It is drastic. But
it's time for drastic.
It's time for drastic action.
Yeah.
I mean, and if they're only earning, what would a first year apprentice chippy earn? 60?
Probably not even that. They're mid-50s.
Mid-50s.
Yeah.
So they're paying,
pull super out of that at 12%.
Yeah. So they're paying. I'm going to say they're paying $10,000 or $15,000 a year tax anyway, right?
100%.
Right. So $10,000 or $15,000 a year tax.
Yep.
And if you can attract an extra, 200,000 or 300,000 apprentices as a result of that incentive, it's not a big impost on the federal government in the scheme of things. To solve
people would say it's not workable because suddenly everyone would be signed up as an apprentice. But do you want tradesmen or not? Do you
I think it's a brilliant idea.
And look, why not give us the opportunity to then go, well, if you're going to bring in 800,000 migrants, why can't I put on a Colombian kid as an apprentice if an Australian kid doesn't want to take the role, right? So open up the flexibility here. We definitely need to cut back on the immigration. That's the first thing we need to do, right? But let's create some really interesting and creative incentives for people to get involved in this. Give us more flexibility.
So while your country's being decimated, this bloke here is selling Tim Tams and Twisties. Meanwhile, we've had 4,000 builders go broke since he came into office, and nearly 30,000 small businesses have collapsed. Nothing is getting better. Everywhere you turn, it's getting worse, and this bloke wants you to eat Tim Tams and Twisties. And no offence to Tim Tams and Twisties, but seriously, what the actual fuck is going on here? Why the fuck isn't he talking about how they're going to fix the problem of small businesses collapsing around the fucking country, left, right, and centre. Everywhere I turn, I see a fucking for lease sign. This is fucking ridiculous.
Fuck you, fuck me, fuck it, fuck her, fuck him, fuck this, fuck that, fuck off, fuck no, fuck yes. Holy fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck you, fuck me, fuck